Whoa, 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 what's going on, everybody? You can see right on the screen, game over at wave number 8, and I'm having such a struggle with the first 10 waves, and I wanted to start recording at wave number 10 to save you some time, but actually today the hardest waves are before wave number 10. So that's why I'm just gonna start from the beginning, and we're gonna try to really beat those 10 waves and hopefully have smooth sailing from there on. So first I thought about doing a video about air stuff because everybody says, oh, it's broken, it's not working as intended, everything. But actually it's not that good. Like, air bladed shield right here, maybe it's working as intended, but this thing is the most OP weapon in the game. And everybody's using it like, oh, I'm not using air stuff because it's broken, but I'm using this, and this thing is OP. Like, even if it's broken, it doesn't mean that it's overpowered as much as stuff that's actually working. And so yeah, I tried to go through the first 10 waves with an air staff, and it didn't work. So we need this air shield, especially for the early game, because we need the tank. And yeah, we're gonna play a Scoriox for the beginning, but we're gonna have to do a lot of switching around. So Ramfight and Umbre. Umbre is a really solid unit for the early game because he has consistent damage. So we're gonna bring in Umbre soon. And the only time we have to swap out Umbre or maybe a Ramfight and stuff like this, those assassins, is when the enemy team has a lot of tanks. So if you face a Titanor and a Seer and a Malura and so on, which is what happened on wave number 8, then you maybe shouldn't play all those rogues. Otherwise, rogues I think are the S tier, are really one of the most solid units because, yeah, they're squishy, but they're not as squishy as a Scoriox is, or as all of your Science. And can Scoriox win TNT? He should, right? Of course. So yeah, I think rogues are really S-class damage dealers because they have so much to them. They have a lot of damage. You can position them really on, especially exactly on the targets you want to hit. And they still got those things where they get invulnerable. Malura goes in the ground, is gone. Ramfire goes up in the air, is gone. Umbre goes in the shadows, is gone. So they also, all of them have an aggro reset where they can break the focus. So yeah, that's really good. Always good to have an Atlas feeding some mana to your Ador. So we actually forgot to switch Scoriox and the Ranger right here. It's gonna be tough because Dual F has way more auto hit damage than a Scoriox, as you can see right here. Good thing he wastes some time casting that laser, and once the Scoriox actually casts his Omega, he has way more auto hit damage. So that's what I mean often when I say we focus the Dual F first with our assassins, and then we kill the Scoriox, because Dual F is a threat from the first second. Alrighty, it's still pretty easy, right? The first 5 waves are kinda a given. And we're not gonna spend too much time on them. We're just gonna get in another Scion, up our damage, and let our Ranger tank both of the enemy units. So yeah, I think everybody who says Wind Stuff is broken and OP is... I don't know, it's just wrong. I mean, if you get to the late game and stuff with Adorius and all those units that really benefit from that extra attack speed, it's really good. But the air bladed shield is really good, and I don't think you can say like the air stuff shouldn't be used because it's broken. No, it's no matter if it's broken or working as intended. Like, so much stuff right now is not working as intended because it's gonna get fixed in private beta 2. Like, it's already in the actual version that the team is playing right now internally. Some of this stuff doesn't exist anymore because it's broken. We just don't know it is. So you just have to look at the strength of things, and if something is really overpowered, well, then you got 2 choices. Either play it or don't play it and complain about it, and I would rather choose to just play it and always use the strongest assets I can find. Actually got a third option, just don't play it and try to win with not so overpowered things, just as a good practice, right? That's probably the healthiest way to deal with it. Kuko right here probably can deal with the Malura, just occupying him for long enough. And in the meanwhile, I'm gonna start up the good old Illuvium music. Love those tunes. Alrighty, look at that. Kuka stalling Malura for so long. And even if the game wasn't over in the front line already, once the Malura casts his Omega, Kuka is just running away. Kuka is probably my favorite unit in the game. There's so much character to him too. Like, just look him in the eyes and tell me you don't love this unit. He looks so funny. That's the man. Or the bird, actually. Far away from a man. Alrighty, so look at that. There's a lot of squishes in there right now, so that's the time when we're gonna swap over to Umbre. And actually, we might even sell Scoriox. Who are we gonna bring in for Scoriox? Probably a Seer, because Seer can spin into 2 units there. That's pretty good. Range is gonna protect the Seer from the Riptorus. And yeah, that's how we're gonna play it. I hope Umbre can kill the Kuka before Kuka casts his Omega on him. So let's see. Because once the Kuka casts the Omega onto Umbre, everybody here would focus the Umbre. That's why Kuka is such a good counter for rogues. Because you can really decide who you want to focus and kill those rogues early on. Alrighty, still an easy one. 7 is pretty easy too, but then wave number 8 gets kind of hairy. Especially if you can't play Assassins versus wave number 8. They have too many tanks. Yeah, we got a free kill on Scoriox right there. We just need the Seer to deal with those Assassins. Gonna bring our Ranger in to help him a bit. Because Seer likes to stay alive. He gets stronger and stronger the longer he stays alive. And who should tank the Scoriox? That's the question right now. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if Kuka can stand it, because, like we said, Scoriox doesn't have a lot of auto-hit damage. So Kuka might be able to actually withstand the damage. Well, never mind. Oh, he dodged. That really helped. But the first hit did like almost half his health. So, dodging is always a nice factor. And it can help you a lot, especially with Kuka. Like if Kuka dodges 2 attacks or something, he can cast his Omega almost on anything. Can really make use of him and let him off tank. Alrighty, so that's the thing. I played double Assassins versus 5 Bulwarks right there, and that's really not a good call. So we're gonna sell this Umbre right there. Get the Scoriox. Oh wow, that's a nice hat. Give me that. Perfect. Upgrade.
Oh, it looks good on you.
Bah-oui, it looks good on me. Alrighty, so Seer is good versus all those melee units. Ranger is gonna help him a little bit. And probably single target damage from a Scoriox will be pretty nice to burst down those tanks. We just need to stay alive long enough for Scoriox to get out his damage. I'm probably gonna sell the TNT to Tatupi right there. And we're getting in either probably an Ador could tank the Malura for at least until Malura casts, get out a heal our Seer and our Ranger. That would be a big upgrade. Because Malura takes so long to cast his Omega, especially if nobody's attacking him. So, Ador right here casting his first heal. And he's casting so fast too. Maybe he gets out a sec. Nah, he's probably dead now. Yeah. But that gave us enough time, right? Like Ador tanked a bit, healed a bit. You can see it right there. He did 2,000 damage, 2,222 damage received. That's the amount he tanked from the enemies, and then he healed for 1,400. So if you combine those two numbers, you come up to 3,600, and he actually tanked the most in the whole team, just by if you calculate that healing in. All right, we're on to wave number 9. That's the highest I got today, and I hope we will manage to get way higher still. So can Ador take the Ramphi? And again, there is Assassins and tanks, and we don't really want to use our Assassins against that. We want to focus the Blaze Knight here. He is pretty squishy if you send enough targets onto him. And Kuka gonna go on this side, probably just trying to distract the Singe. Then we can bring in the Tatupi to do even more damage. And oh, there's a Vermilia coming in. That's kind of scary. So I guess we're gonna bring the Seer back for the 2 Assassins there, like that, and actually let Ador tank the Axodon over there. Let's see how it goes. Let's see if Kuka actually manages to pull away the Singe right there. Perfect. That's really good. Kuka will be able to distract Singe very long. Gives us time to kill all those high threat units. Actually, Kuka casting his Omega onto the Seer, onto the Singe, makes everybody else attack him. Which is fine, which is good. Now we only have this Axodon right here. He is hyperactive. You see the yellow bar right there. That means he's hyperactive, which gives him bonus regeneration because he's a bulwark. And he's also a Scion, so his abilities explode on impact. But his ability already explodes, so I don't know. That's probably... maybe it explodes double. Alright, we got 2 assassins coming in, so Seer is definitely a good choice. We're gonna keep our Scoriox in too to have the double magma, more AoE damage. And if we do it like... something like this, then the Kuka right here, he's probably gonna... Omega, the Vermilia is gonna land here. They're both gonna attack him. Vermilia is gonna attack our Seer right here, and Kuka is gonna cast his Omega onto the Vermilia, and then everybody can focus in that it's in range. So we just gotta get our damage dealers over here into range, and then we can burst down the Vermilia pretty easily. Right, they need a tank in front. Ador right here, he could try to tank the Scarabog and the Kuka. Maybe like this, so the Archelion doesn't attack him. We're gonna sell this Tatupy. Maybe upgrade to a C4. We also need a Titanor. We definitely want to get an Umbre in too, so... there's a lot of stuff we want to bring in. What should we do for now? We're not gonna bring our Assassin in yet, because there is no high threat in the backline. There's only a supports in the backline, so we don't need that. Probably gonna just bring in a C4, have some extra damage. We could also bring in an Archelion and Arcos right there, giving us Empath and a Bulwark stack, hitting 3 Bulwarks and 3 Empaths, so we're gonna do that. Hopefully he's fast enough to heal the Ranger a little bit. And hopefully he has a big enough range to also heal the Seer there a little bit. So that's the gamble we're trying to do, that Arcos is able to heal the Ranger and also able to heal the backline. So his Omega is like this big, I guess. And it might reach the Seer right here. Definitely gonna reach the range in the front line if he's still alive once Arcos casts his Omega. Alright, let's have a look if it all works out. Pretty curious if Ador will manage to tank. Oh, actually Archelion walks over to Ador. So I guess he's gonna get 1 Omega out. And he's distracting everybody for a long time, right? Like, half of their team is busy with my Ador, and in the meantime we already killed the Vermilia with the Kuka cast, and we killed everybody else already. Scoriox had enough time to ramp up, get his damage ready, and here we are, on to wave number 11. We managed to beat the first 10 waves. That's awesome. Like, there's no shame in dying early, it's super hard. And I'm just stoked to manage to get over wave 10, and now we have a bit of breathing room. We have some mastery points to work with. We can do different compositions. And it's more about positioning the longer you play. So, Rampfire right here. Definitely a target for Kuka. We're gonna do the same what we did before. Just gonna replace them a little bit. So Rampfire, he's gonna land here. Battling it out with our Seer. And Kuka is gonna run around the corner. Cast an Omega onto him. And then everybody's gonna focus him. It's very easy to kill the Rampfire. Like, before he casts his Omega. Takes him forever to load his Omega. Vermilia right here has to be distracted. So we might sell the Ador, downgrade the Ranger's armor to get in the Titanor. Probably a good call. Might be a bit of an overkill. But we'll see. Again, trying to have the Arcos in range for both of our tanks to heal them is the goal. We're trying to get our Ranger to hold Vermilia off as long as possible. So we're going to place her up here so that Vermilia has to run up a little bit. Because Vermilia is going to run out here, and then she has at least to run like 2 seconds, and every second counts, you know that. Alrighty, our Scoriox is in a fairly good position, and we're going to go, and in this round, we're gonna have a look at the Rampfire landing right here. And let's see the Kuka Omega and how he counters the Rampfire. It's absolutely beautiful. Alright, cast it, boom, everybody's attacking him. That's what you want. Alrighty, Seer also managed to get hyperactive, fighting the Rampfire right there, because his Earth and his Magma affinity counters the Inferno, the double Earth, the double Fire by a factor of 4. Coolio. So we got one Assassin coming in right there. We have a free kill on the Furiox over there, always good. Something like that. We want to bring in the Kuka again to disable the Vermilia. And then we're gonna wanna just sacrifice our Ranger. So we have we give our Titanor some time. If we sell the Arcus right there, we would get 65 gold. Or 55. Yeah, let's do that. We're gonna be able to get in the C4s and get the armor back to the Ranger. So that's gonna be way better. Gonna bring back our damage dealers a bit so they're not getting focused by anything. And I think that's it. That's how we're gonna play it. I don't think much can go wrong here, because we're gonna single target damage them down, so the heals don't matter so much. If we play a lot of AoE damage like a Sin Alpha Dualev, they might be able to heal against the damage, but look at that. Gonna CC that Vermilia, everybody's gonna focus him. Boom, he's dead. There's very little room for heals if you play with a Scoriox and a Kuka. Everybody's hyperactive, having a fun little round. Yes, sir. We are moving on to wave number 13. Stoked about that. Let's see what the enemy got in stock for us. Alright, we got an Adorius in the backline. Usually it's the best idea to ignore this guy. Heavy hitter tanks in the front line. Arcus here on the side. Malura coming in the back. Riptorus. Wow, there's 5 bulwarks. And a lot of strong empaths as well. Gonna be a hard one. My idea would be to either focus on the Arcus to have a free kill very early, position everybody to the left. Or focus onto the Seer, just to get him out of the way. The longer he lives, the stronger he gets. And then next, focus Riptorus next. And I think that's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna bring in our Seer here in the middle, so he damages everything with his Omega, but doesn't get damaged by too much. Something like this. Our Ranger is going to be sacrificed again. He's going to take the most damage. There's still this Malura. We can try to just occupy him with the Kuka once again. And we have 25 gold left over, so do with that. Could sell the C4s. That would give us 80 gold. Then we could get in 2 40 cost units. That's probably a good call. Probably gonna get in Arcus and an Axon, giving us 2 more bulwarks. Then we have 6 bulwarks, and we're gonna be so freaking tanky. It's really good for here too, because our 3 tanks right there, they have a nice damage split going on. So those 3 guys in the front line right there, they're not dying too fast. They're all gonna get some damage, and then Arcus is gonna heal them right up. Axon can then also distract the Malura, and our Kuka can cast his Omega onto the Seer, helping everybody with the damage on that bad boy. Alrighty, looks amazing. It's this nice feeling you get when you feel it. Like when you placed everything right, you get that, I don't know. Maybe it's because if you play and play and play, your subconscious already knows when something looks good. Like sometimes I can't just bet my house or my van on that I'm gonna win because I figured out the enemy wave. Because it's all deterministic, right? And while I'm saying this, we're almost losing. Like it's close, I'm not gonna lie. But we're winning. Scoriox is alive and our tanks are alive. What am I even tripping about? Our Titanor is full life, hyperactive, and our Scoriox was safe. Now the Malura is on him, but he doesn't have a lot of auto hit damage. Malura does a lot of damage if he casts his Omega, but he doesn't do a lot of damage with auto hitting. 6 bulwarks, I love this. It's kind of like our video yesterday. Was it yesterday? With the Scoriox with all the bulwarks. We only had 5, now we have 6. That's so sick. I think that's how we're gonna roll this game. I guess some of our bulwarks might have to go in the late game because they're like a 40 cost unit. It's not the best, but yeah. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 supports, 2 assassins, and a seer. We're just gonna focus down the seer again, get the biggest threat out of the way. And our seer is gonna kill the 2 supports. Ranger is gonna protect the Titanor. Arcus is gonna heal up everybody. We got 25 mastery points, so gotta do something with that. Maybe selling the Kuka to get a C4us. Making our Earth guys even more tankier. 6 Earth, 6 bulwarks. That's amazing. Really liking this. Alrighty, then we can let our Axon actually tank the Vermilia, so our Seer doesn't get focused down too fast. And that's how we are gonna roll it. Not much can go wrong again, I think, because we'll be able to kill the enemy damage dealers really fast. The Seer is gonna die before he gets any of those heals from their supports. Right now our Titanor is hyperactive. Everybody or most of the units are gonna focus the Vermilia. Boom, and now we're in the safe zone. Now it's just support. Hell yeah. Oh, I'm loving this round. I had such trouble earlier, like it was so choking on wave 8 and wave 6 and 7. I was like, what is going on? What is happening? You know what's happening? I just had to hit that record button, do a video, and then it always works. Because talking and analyzing everything helps me so much. Understanding all the moves I need to do. Talking about it, do we want to focus on Archelion and Ryplans over here? Or do we want to focus on Flare and Synelf? I think we want to get in an assassin to kill the Synelf and focus everybody else on the right. If we do that, we have to make sure that some of our unit is back here to take the Synelf laser, which targets is the unit that's the furthest in the back, or the furthest away from the shrimp. So you go there, you go there, you go there, you go there. Bada bing, bada bow. Gotta squeeze those fat units in there. If, like, when the stages get bigger, the hex amount of space they use up gets also bigger. So sometimes you see a Synelf, which doesn't look that big, but it has a big hex like a Titanor. Not as big, but close to it. Alrighty, where are the assassins? There's no assassins coming in, so I don't even know if we need our Seer or if we're gonna sell it for the Umbre. Probably gonna sell it for the Umbre. Like that, taking care of the Synelf. Who is gonna stand back here to take the laser? Maybe an Ador. Probably an Ador. Like that. And I think we should be good. I think the Arcos heal will just come out when the Titanor gets some damage. It's not gonna heal the Ranger. The Ranger's probably gonna die before that. Flare is gonna attack the Umbre, which is kinda good. Feeding him some mana. Doesn't really bother the Umbre too much. Like, Flare is not doing a lot of damage. Here comes the Synelf laser. Nope, didn't come through. Umbre did too much damage. Talking about damage, C4us does so much. But now Scoriox, with his first few Omega casts, is gonna take over the leaderboard with the damage. Actually, Umbre is so far ahead. It's gonna be a tight one. The longer the game runs, the more damage Scoriox will do. Especially because Umbre is dead now. So Scoriox is gonna take over the leaderboard of damage done very soon. But C4us keeps blasting out those Omegas. For all of you that played the beta, you know how frustrating it is if a target that C4us is casting his Omega on is dying and he cancels his Omega. That like disables him. But if he casts every cast, C4us is OP. They need to fix his ability cancellation and then they need to lower his damage. Because if that stuff works out every time, he's gonna... Nobody stands a chance. Right, so we want to focus the Scoriox, the Ryplans, the Seer, the Vermilion. Now we gotta figure out how we do that. Like, our Umbre right here, he's not gonna be of much help. We don't want him to jump the Adoris or the Akelion, so he has to go. We're gonna bring back the Seer. Gonna help a lot with the Vermilia. Our Ador right here could just tank the Arkelion, getting some free mana from that guy. We're probably just gonna start with Blaze Knight and work our way through. Would be nice. Actually, we could focus the enemy Goryoks like this. I don't want them to focus the Arkelion, so it might be a very close positioning that we have to do. Alright, 40 gold left over. Gonna get one of those sweet bulwarks back in. We're back on 6 bulwarks, 6 earth, 4 Scion. Powerhouse. Alrighty. We should be good. I hope Seer can deal with the Vermilia, but he should be able to do that. As long as he does that, we are good. Let's really place him in the back. Seer is gonna be occupied by Axon. Ranger is gonna sacrifice himself for the Titanor. Our Scoriox is gonna attack the enemy Scoriox, which is not even that important. We could even place him here and make everybody attack the same target like the Blaze Knight. But kill the Scoriox is really our priority, so we might try to let him attack the enemy Scoriox. Right here. Alrighty. 0 mastery points left, always feels very good. Let's see how we go. Yep, our Scoriox is attacking the right target. Also, our C4 is attacking the enemy Scoriox, so that's really good. Our Titanor is hyperactive, our Seer is hyperactive. Not much can go wrong from this point. The Vermilia is dead, and we won the round. In astonishing fashion. We dominated that round. You see, like, sometimes wave 16 is so much easier than a wave 8. Like, this number up here says nothing. It just says how many enemy Illuvials there are, but you get more Illuvials too, and you will be able to counter the enemy way easier the more Illuvials you have. Alrighty, definitely gotta focus that Rampfire and the Umbre and the free kill frontlining Scoriox right there. Always nice to see that. Position everybody to the right. We're gonna focus the Scoriox. Wow, it's windy. Alrighty. Basically, same thing, right? Titanor off tanking, Ranger main tanking for the Titanor. Seer is gonna take care of the assassins. Axon is gonna help him. We just need one unit to attack the Ador to give him some mana. But if we put him here, our Ador is also gonna feed mana to the Adorius, so that's not too good. Also got 25 mastery points left over, so we might just sell the Ador and get in a Rampfire or a Sinalf. Rampfight could be pretty good versus the enemy Sinalf. Talking about the enemy Sinalf, his laser will go down here to Axon. Perfect. That's what we want. Rampfight onto the enemy Sinalf? I guess. I guess so. Let's hit it. Also giving a fighter stack to our Scoriox. Now we have 3 fighters, which will help our Scoriox a lot, getting his attack speed up. Enemy Scoriox dead. Rampfire will hopefully die before our Seer. No, he got a big heal from the Adorius. Now he's gonna blast a huge Omega, hitting all our units here, but it didn't matter because our Scoriox and C4s had enough life to withstand the damage. Everything else is dead already. We are moving on to wave number 18. Pray, no, let's not pray, but let's hope to not get a crash. Let's knock on wood. Apparently I'm really superstitious. Alrighty, so what we got? We got an Umbre coming in. We got a Malura coming in. Those are the 2 tanks. The 2 assassins. Gonna be tanked by our Seer. There is a Furiox and an Elfie in the backline. Elfie is a nice free kill for our ramp fight. We probably want to get in another assassin soon. We could actually sell the ramp fight to get an Umbre. But we could also get a Kuka. Kuka is probably a good call to help with the damage. I'm not sure if we're gonna focus the right side with killing the Seer early or just occupying the Seer on the right side and focusing on the Riptorus early. So... no, we're gonna stay on the right side because after Seer we can focus on the Umbre. And that's gonna be good. Umbre is gonna be... Kuka is gonna cast his Omega onto Umbre. And then we only need to position our ramp fight. Because if we position ramp fight here, those units, like the Riptorus, are gonna focus him. We might want to position him over here, attacking the Furiox. We still have the Axon. Should do what? Probably like this. Alrighty. Let's hit it. I hope our ramp fight will stay alive, because once the Axon is dead, everybody here, or a lot of them, will focus onto our ramp fight over there. Come on, Axon, get one Omega out. No, there was way too much on his plate. So you see that? A lot of people focusing ramp fight, but it doesn't matter. Ramp fight gets out a nice Omega. This one is gonna be a close one, but ramp fight Omega really kills the backline of the enemy. Our Titanor is hyperactive. Scoriox is still untouched, blasting away right now. So we are looking really, really good. Amazing. We're moving on to wave number 19. Again, really dominating the field. We had so much AoE damage. For a second I was scared that they would heal against that damage. And just manage to just heal our AoE damage coming in from the Seer and the Sephorus. But the ramp fight killed all the backline support, so that really helped. Alright, biggest threat, ramp fight Vermilia right here, Dualev and Ryplants. There's a lot of squishes in the front line, so they got no real tanks. We just gotta get a lot of damage. We have that, and that should be good. 25 mastery points. Let's do the positioning first and worry about that a bit later. I think we have to position on the right side. And try to get the ramp fight to walk over us to the right side. We're missing 5 gold to upgrade the ramp fight to an Umbre, and we might sell the armor for that. We might also sell the Kuka, giving us 30 gold. And then we could get in a Lulura, giving us even more Earth stacks. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Bring the Lulura and the ramp fight onto the Dualev. Lura is gonna stand on the left side, protecting the ramp fight a bit from those left units. Seer is gonna walk around here, catching those 2 assassins, hopefully. They're fast enough. And Axon is gonna help him there, I guess. Is he? Not sure about that Axon. I guess he's just gonna tank a bit for Seer, making his life a bit easier. You'd also send Axon over here, but then maybe the assassins run over there, so... yeah, let's do it like that, see what happens. Wave number 19, let's go. Good luck to everybody on the battlefield that has blue health bars. Alrighty, as expected, our 2 tanks in the back catching the assassins. Axon doing a good job, tanking a bit for the Seer. Seer's gonna get a full spin off into all those 3 assassins. Really helping with the damage. And now we need to kill this ramp fire. Thank you. That would have been really, really dangerous for our group of units, for our main cluster of damage dealers right there. Alrighty, we're moving on to wave number 20. This is going great. Alrighty, we got a Vermilion, Lulura, Malura, and Rampfire right there coming in as the assassin. So we're gonna stay on the right side, focusing the Rampfire first. It would be nice to get in a Kuka, but we're 8 out of 8 Illuvials placed, so that might not be possible. We could upgrade our Lulura will give us 80 gold, then sell the armor and get in a Umbre. But there's not really much in the backline that we want to assassinate. So we might even get a Blaze Knight in, but I'm really not a big fan of Blaze Knight. What else could we do? How much health do you get? 2000. 2000 is the health that a full equipped ranger has, so that's a good way to check if you don't want to shift right click to check if she got the armor on. So if we sell the Lulura, we could get Sinalf. Do you want the Sinalf? Not really. Sinalf is probably just gonna focus the Adorius or the Archelion, not doing much damage. Sinalf's laser damage is really, really weak. I guess we're just gonna go with the Umbre and hope to be able to kill Adorius. Of course, first we kill the Tatupi right there, giving our Slayer Ramfight a bit of attack speed. And yeah, that's looking pretty good. Basically, same thing than before. Not much has changed. We're still trying to burst down the Seer fast, then kill the Rampfire, and our rogues should kill the backline squishy units. Adorius is gonna be a bit of a threat, but I think we should be good. Because once Umbre kills this Tatupi, he's gonna focus the Kuka first, not the Adorius, so that's good. We're not gonna feed Adorius any mana in the beginning. I just got stumped before his Omega. Wow, but he managed to get his Omega out anyway. What's happening in the backline? Ramfire's in the air, is he? No, he wasn't. Perfect. That's looking good. Malura is onto a Scoriox, but Scoriox is trying to kill him, but Malura managed to go in the ground, probably killing out a Scoriox right there. Really bad for us. That takes out our main damage dealers. Seaforus is still alive though, and he's hyperactive. Same is Titanor, full life Titanor hyperactive. So this might even go into overtime. Rampfire right there, now focusing the Adorius, will be hyperactive soon and be able to silence the Adorius. That's what's happening now, so Adorius won't cast many more Omegas anymore. Also, Titanor coming in with beautiful Omega stunning him, and we are in overtime, but we would have won this round anyway. So this was a close one, just because Malura managed to get onto a Scoriox, but we managed to do it, and we're on to wave number 21. Alrighty, free kill onto the Scoriox right there, no doubt we're gonna do that. Actually, we could even stay on the right side, kill Seer first, and then kill Scoriox second. Vermilia, Umbre, Lolura are the 3 assassins coming in. Not really strong on the assassin side. Actually, this enemy field looks so much weaker than the one before. You look at that. They have a Scoriox, which will instantly die. And they have Umbre, which is good. But then they have 2 stage 2 Illuvials. They have a few stage 1s. A Seer and an Adorius. If we take out the Seer, their main tank is gone. Scoriox will die next, and then we kill the assassins, and that should be the end of it. So basically, we're gonna do what we have been doing for the last few waves. Many times you don't have to change much. Just gotta pick a side and sweep it. So we're gonna stay like this. Ram fight is gonna focus to Tatupi. And I guess Umbre is gonna help him with that. And we have 25 mastery points, but now we're at that point where we have to make some tough decisions. Do we sell one of our bulwarks? Lose the 6 bulwark, and what could we get for that? 65. We could get a cinch. Don't really want a cinch though. We get the Seer. Should be enough. I think we keep it like that. We stay like that. Should be fine. It's definitely easier than the wave before. So I think we should be good. Our range is gonna die so fast, but not before he stuns the Scoriox, hopefully. Yes, the enemy Alfie laser comes in. Our Arcus is able to get his heal off, healing all the units there. Actually, this round is looking rather scary. But it looks scary, but then you see our Scoriox and our Tatupi full alive. There's enough tanks to tank for them. Umbre is still alive. Let's look at the damage. Look at that Umbre damage. It's insane. We might even get the Synalf in just to give Umbre steam, give him a bit more damage. It's just a bit of AoE damage. You check the description of Steam. They deal... So the second paragraph, when engulfed, they deal damage in a 25 hexa radius that will be activated. And the first paragraph is already active, even with just one steam. So they do more energy damage when attacking, and they have more regen every 15 seconds. Alrighty, so we got an Umbre coming in. Got a ramp fight coming in. Got a free kill on the Blaze Knight, then we kill the right plants. Problem is, if we focus the right side, the Scoriox is gonna stay alive, which is kind of scary. So I guess we're gonna migrate to the left side, basically copying our positioning over here, and just making sure Scoriox is not the last unit to die, because Scoriox does so much damage the longer he lives. Our two assassins are kinda in a weird situation right now, because there is again no real assassin, no real backline to be assassinated. We're just gonna jump the Ado right there and then move on to the Scoriox. But now we have a bit of a... There's not enough space for everybody back here. We can still fit them. Like this. Actually, we got 50 gold, so we could sell the Axon to get in a Blaze Knight. But do we want that? That's the real question. We're gonna lose Bulwark and the Scion, but we're gonna gain... basically, all we're gonna gain is a fighter and a fire to get more damage to the Scoriox. Can we afford to lose tankiness for more damage? Do we need more damage this round? I mean, the enemy tanks has almost no... The enemy team has almost no tanks. There's just a Singe. So we can focus onto the damage. Just overwhelm them. We don't need to focus onto our tanks if all they have is damage. Alright, but now we really have a bit of a problem to fit everybody in there. What we could do is get Umbre in the front line. Wow, it's so hard to fit all those units. Really glad we're in casual mode, otherwise you could not do this. Right, like this. Blaze Knight going over here. Here, over there, and that's how we're gonna play it. Alright, let's roll it and see what happens. Not much can go wrong. Again, I'm really sure about almost all of the games. I think there is already somebody who beat wave number 29. Getting on to wave number 30. Actually, our Seer is dying early and the Ramfire. Wow, that was so close. Ramfire wasn't able to get up in the air. This could have been deadly. He would have killed everybody. So actually, I overrated the... I gave Seer too much to tank. He died before he could spin, and that almost lost us the game because the ramp fight was coming into everybody. And everybody was half health already from the Umbre, I think. So, yeah, look at that ramp fight damage. 700. If he would have been able to blast an Omega, we would have been dead. Scoriox free kill on the left side. And dual FC4s, really good targets to assassinate. So I guess we're gonna sell the Blaze Knight again. There's something else we could sell for an assassin? Not really. So sell the Blaze Knight, get the... Oh, we have the Umbre in already. Tripping. Right, there is a ramp fight coming in. Ramp fire. We're gonna catch him right here. Our two assassins. Who are they gonna jump? Probably the Synalf, the Dual F right there, because Dual F. If we jump in with two rogues, we might be able to kill him before he casts his Omega. I mean, there's 3 waters, so it might be close, but we kinda need that to happen. Are we gonna get in the Blaze Knight? I guess so. Blaze Knight would also be a good decoy for the dual F laser coming in here. So yeah, that's how we're gonna do it. Bit scary though. Our assassins have no tank for them. So we might have to position... It's a hard one. 23 looks like a hard one. We definitely gotta think about it a bit more carefully. Might have to position this ranger just here, just to get away like this, to get away the cinch from our assassins. And I guess we're gonna focus the C4s first, just to not be attacked by anybody else right there. Wow, we don't have the armor on. Didn't even see that. Whew. Alrighty. Think we're looking pretty good. It's gonna be a tight one. It's gonna be a tough one for sure. I hope the Titanor will carry us through this. He's gonna get hyperactive so fast again. Look at his hyper Beta. Boom, he's full. Enemy Scoriox is dead. Enemy C4 is dead. Dual F is gonna blast a huge laser. Blaze Knight can withstand it though. He will bring in a nice whirlwind right there, healing most of her units, giving them attack speed. Our two assassins are onto the Adorius, who is dead right now, and we are moving on to wave number 24. I'm super excited for that. Remember, the game I played before that, I choked on wave number 8, so... That's amazing. Really stoked. Is the Blaze Knight really worth it? He does 2000 damage. And he healed for 2500. Like, Titanor with his hyperactive healed for more. But if we sell him, who will we get in? Sinov. Giving us a bit more damage. I don't think we can bring in the Axon. Only if we really need a bit more tankiness. Alrighty, Ramfire coming in. Umbre coming in. And Malura coming in. The big three assassins. And Vermilia, the big four. All of them. God damn, that could be the time where we need more tankiness. Actually, maybe our Blaze Knight could tank something like the Malura. And then our Ranger could help the Seer to tank the others. Our two assassins are gonna jump the Dual F for sure. Do we want to go left or right side? That's the only question I have right now. We stay on this side, we kill Scarabok and then we kill Ripelands. Really good. We stay here, we kill Arcos and then Seer. Maybe not so good. Maybe Seer will have enough time to ramp up. But if we stay here, our two assassins have no tank. Seer will go down to our Seer. It's alright. Probably alright. Got 40 gold, 40 mastery points left over. We can't use them. That's fine. Alrighty, let's roll it. Whew. That one looks tricky. I hope we did everything right. It's all about managing those assassins. Two guys on the Blaze Knight. That's a fail. Blaze Knight is basically useless. He didn't even tank for long. Umbre is onto our damage dealers. He's actually onto the Arcos, which is still good. Arcos is gonna blast a heal, helping the Titanor heal himself. We need to kill that Umbre, but we're not able to, and that's gonna be it. I think. Yes, sir. Definitely. Alrighty, we made it to wave number 25. I'm super stoked about that. Rank number 8 for now. Actually 24, 25 was the one that beat us. And yeah, there is 26 is the next break around after 24. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, actually 6 people. All the people in front of me are second place on 26. I'm third place with this guy here. And then there's one guy on rank 1 with 30 with wave number 30, or wave 29, actually, that's when it ends. Anyway, I'm super excited you guys joined me. That was such a fun run. Let's continue it tomorrow. Tune in back then. I see you then. Peace out. Bye bye. Have a good one.